All right, now you already probably know that having a car in an emergency provides many benefits. You have emergency shelter, you have emergency cooling, emergency heating, even if it's just in your driveway. You also have the ability to charge small electronics and larger, pretty small but larger appliances such as a portable fridge using a clip-on inverter that attaches to your 12-volt battery terminals. Now, an electric vehicle offers some benefits as well. Now, of course, they have to be balanced with the downsides that you might not be able to charge your car from your house. But if you go to an electric vehicle charging station, more and more of these have some sort of solar battery. Some of the Tesla superchargers have the solar battery. And it just makes sense because Tesla has all that vertically integrated technology with a battery storage. So when you might not be able to actually fill up your gas car because the gas stations don't have power, they didn't receive deliveries of gas, you might still be able to fill up, so supposedly, your electric vehicle if the charging station has battery backup. Now, in addition, if you have an electric vehicle and you have a Tesla and you have a Model S or Model X that has what's called bioweapon safety mode, I'll show you in a sec what it's actually called. It's something like bioweapon safety mode. I'll show you. It incorporates a very effective HEPA filter with positive pressure inside the vehicle to actually force out the contaminated air and circulate and freshen the air using a HEPA filter, which will filter the air down to zero point 0.3 microns. So it's almost like having like a N95 mask for your car. Now, they've tested this. It, according to Tesla, it got a score of 1,000, just say 1,000 down to negligible amounts. So the particle count was beyond what would be safe. It was beyond what would be even likely. It's to simulate a bioweapon safety, bioweapon incident. And they put on bioweapon safety mode, and it got the cabin air quality down to negligible amounts of contaminants. So in an emergency, in a bioweapon attack, you'd have another line of defense. Now, of course, nothing in itself is absolutely foolproof. That's not the standard. It's to layer on reasonable precautions to give yourself additional protections. And this, if you don't have, proper CBRN gas masks, which of course most people don't, this could be maybe your last line of defense. You get your family out of the house into the garage where your Tesla is parked, put on the bioweapon safety mode, and now you have maybe a second chance, a fifth chance, a last chance for emergency air filter. So let's take a look here. Hey, get off the chair. You know you're not supposed to be back there. Go back. Go back, 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 back. All right. So we have in here, if we put on bioweapon safety mode, all right, so we go over here. Hey, get to your back seat. Okay. So over here, put on this, and it's going to really ramp up the air pressure. And what that is, and sorry about the dog breath, but that's a way to, let me see if I can bring up, so, bioweapon safety mode. And it's positive pressure, right? So now I believe it's available on certain Model Ys as well. And it positively pressurizes the vehicle's cabin, preventing pollutants from leaking in. All air is filtered through the HEPA and gas media filters, right? So it can remove 99.97 of airborne particulates, such as smoke, bacteria, and pollen. So also, if you're trying to drive through, a wildfire area, that can really mess up your breathing for several weeks. I've gone through that. I've gone through burn pits and in Africa and Djibouti. It really does irritate your sinuses. Not the biggest problem, but if you have this ability, it really could spare you some unnecessary suffering. And if you have a compromised immune system, really provide some profound benefits. Okay, so we've talked about the emergency use of your car. Obviously, if you have USB-C charging at 100-watt capability now, which a lot of cars have, you could use your electric vehicle and the huge battery that's behind it to charge not just your laptops and electronics, but your portable power stations that accept a USB-C input. So a lot of uses for a car in emergency, and here's one more of them.